All right. Well, that said, we beat the Minnesota Wild 3-2. So let's keep it going. Like I said, I'm trying to decide if I want to run it just for the 3 years, that opening contract, or if we want to go until we win a cup. Because it might take us a while to win a cup, is what I'm deciphering here. So we'll see. We will see where this goes from here. Nick Kronwall on waivers from Los Angeles. Now, he makes a lot of money. A lot. But it is Nick Kronwall. 32 years old. 82 overall, making $5 million. That is a pricey contract. That is some pricey pond hockey right there. But I love me some Nick Kronwall, so we're going to do it. It's Nick Kronwall, man. You got to take him. Uh-oh. Am I full on contracts? Oh, I can't claim him. Oh, that sucks. Apparently, we're maxed out on contracts because of the amount of guys in junior. Well, let's be honest. They probably saved me from myself. Yeah, I know. At the time, it wouldn't not have the waiver claim show up. Yeah, Marcel Gotch, we won't be able to claim either, unfortunately. Apparently, J.S. Jaguar was on waivers, too. Yeah, it happened last season as well, so it's not as drastic of a surprise to me. But, still kind of sucks. We have a lot of guys who are down in junior, is the reason why. So, yeah, it would not have been a good claim at all. But, hey. It's Nick Kronwall, man. You get a chance to get Nick Kronwall on your team. You got to take it. Like I said, I mean, I don't know about you, but I know I was certainly the type of fan in his prime to still go on YouTube and look at Nick Kronwall hit highlights. I mean, literally, you can type in Kronwall on YouTube and it'll autofill the Kronwall hits. And there's quite a few compilations up there. So, not everyone gets their name, specifically remembered for that. As our GM rep dropped again, back down to one phone. Jesus, 30 wins this year. As we made the playoffs in Season 1 and haven't been back since. We were bottom 4 in the NHL this season, only ahead of New Jersey, Ottawa, and Minnesota. So not a very strong roster, but we had a lot of intentional turnover. Can't wait for the NHL 11 roster. Again, the rosters are just a bit too difficult to edit at the time. It was a massive pain in the ass, unfortunately. So I will not be doing that. Looking at our team and around the league, leading point scorer Taylor Hall, 80 points, 37 goals. Beautiful. The point drop-off was pretty sharp, though. Even Hemsky, man, only 54 points. But in terms of penalty minutes, Belak and Larocque, they punched some faces this year, I presume. Minus 20 for both of them. Jesus. Let's look at the defense. At least the surviving defense. 24 points for Taylor Chorney. Obviously, again, we traded Zdeno Chara. I mean, it was a bad year. And then in goal, Devin Dubnyk earned the majority of the starts over Pekka Rinne, who we had just signed to a deal. So maybe Pekka Rinne will be on his way out, and we'll just run with Devin Dubnyk. But let's see. We need to check league-wide. Takes a little bit to get there. So for forwards, Kovalchuk, 102 points. Chris Versteeg in Toronto finished second. Damn. In terms of top goal scorer, 58 for Gaborik, 54 for Kovalchuk, then 39 for Nash, Alex Semin, and Devin Setoguchi. Some interesting point totals in this version of the sim engine. Defensively, 66 points for Ryan Ellis and Michael Del Zotto. Mark Streit was up there too. Baby Doughty. Top goal scorer was Drew Doughty with 16. And in goal, the winningest, Henrik Lundqvist, for the defending champion New York Rangers. Highest save percentage amongst a starter was Henrik Lundqvist. He is probably going to win the Vezina again. For the rookies, 66 points for rookie defenseman Ryan Ellis. That is insane. If he doesn't win the Calder, I mean, Grabner had 37 goals as a rookie, but that is an outrageous point total from Ryan Ellis. Wow. And then maybe Hari Satari with 24 games played would have played enough to be Rookie of the Year, but I doubt it. So I think we know who the Calder winner will be. The postseason. You gotta look there. The Rangers, #1 seed as defending champions. So we'll see if they can go back to back. We'll see. We will see. Let's go ahead and sim. Oh, no games to be played right now. No games to watch because we haven't made the playoffs in 2 years. Experience Edmonton Oilers hockey.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to 1D McGarry on the follow. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Welcome to May of 2013. Hey, we also avoided the lockout that happened in the real life scenario this year. Season didn't start in January. Of course, we don't need to talk about how that season ended. 10 years ago. 10 whole years ago. The Syracuse Crunch have won the Calder Cup over the Rochester Americans, and the Stanley Cup goes to coming back to Edmonton. The Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres. Hi, it's your agent. 5-year deal. So I could switch to Detroit. I could switch to New Jersey. Obviously, we will not. But it was really cool that you could bounce around from team to team. We're going to stick with Edmonton, though, for obvious reasons. The Buffalo Sabres, though, won the Stanley Cup. With the trades I just pulled off for this team, I mean, yeah, I obviously want to see kind of how they develop. But Buffalo wins in 6. Man, the San Jose Sharks. Poor Sin. Poor Sin. Poor no sleeves. Even in this reality, the Sharks can't win a Stanley Cup before the Buffalo Sabres. You hate to see it. I mean, not really, because who doesn't have a soft spot for Buffalo at this point? So, first 3 winners, all Eastern Conference teams, Carolina, New York, and Buffalo. Art Ross goes to Kovalchuk. Hart goes to Henrik Lundqvist. 3 straight years of goaltenders winning the Hart. Michael Del Zotto won the Norris. Paul Martin, Ryan Whitney, Michael Del Zotto. Lady Bing goes to Kovalchuk. The Calder didn't go to Grabner. It didn't go to Ryan Ellis. It went to Chris Terry. Okay. Conn Smythe went to Ryan Miller. Vezina to Lundqvist. Chris Terry also won the Selke. It might have been based on plus minus with him winning the Selke. Rocket Richard to Gaborik, Ted Lindsay to Kovalchuk. I mean, Terry was up there for scoring, but I didn't think it was that far up there to see him win. I mean, again, so many of the defensive awards, even to this day in NHL 24, are based off of plus minus, which is really shitty. Really, really shitty. Like, that's why you'll see certain players not win the Calder. Marty Turco's gone. Chris Osgood. Mike McKenna. Again, the retirement screen was kind of disappointing. The guy that we drafted last year, TC Kratzenberg, retired. Honestly, I really like that. I like the fact that a 19 or 20-year-old player can just say, this isn't for me. And that's what he did. So literally a guy that we drafted last year just retired early. I like that a lot. I'm going to go, exactly. I'm going to go be a CPA. Pavel Dimitri, we love you. Martin St. Louis retires in 2013. Peter Sikora retires. Is that Joel Ward? Jason Ward. Not the ballness. Again, I mean, that's something that happens every single year, too, is you get players that are just like, yeah, no, this isn't, I'm not going to make it as a pro. I'm going to go back to school, you know? Did I make a good decision to trade Zdeno Chara or what? 35 years old and Big Z retired. We absolutely fleeced the Coyotes for Brandon Gormley. That's amazing. Not amazing to see Z retire that early, but still. That is awesome. Top 5 picks: Kelvin Corso, Grant Kikuts, Guy Giroux, Matt McLeod, and Tanner Muth. Shout out to Jacques, I'd imagine. Jacques, who's to say? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. What Phoenix does to a guy. Let's optimize the block. And honestly, it's pretty well optimized already. So, any reason why you're not playing in 24? Does it suck? For franchise, Shammy, it does. Again, it is a 25-minute video. I don't expect everybody to watch it, but I do have a video up on the main channel about what the problems are with NHL 24 franchise right now. But yeah, it's not good. It's not. So, Minnesota has another first overall pick. Greg Campbell for Sergei. Hey, Sergei Samsonov back in Boston. I like it. Chris Campoli, Brian Lee for Radim Verbata. We have one phone right now. I hate this. The Islanders. Ooh. Matt Molson for Steve Ott. This was when Matt Molson was pretty good. He's not as good as I thought he'd be offensively. But I'll take him over the grittiness of Steve Ott right now. Matt Molson, welcome. Welcome. So we got one dude left who was projected top 5. We're going to take him. Again, there's like no real dudes left in the draft. Laurent Brodeur, who of course is a defenseman. We're going to go ahead and pick him up. We got 2 second-round picks. Cameron Gowns for Steve Bernier, Steve Downey, and Stefan Veilleux. And the Molson trade. Yeah, we didn't get an offer this time. I don't think we have anybody left that we were wanting to move on from, so it should be fine. I definitely have to start focusing on those whole, like, hey, do this to get the upgrade thing. Second round, Jimmy Smith. In fairness, Smythe. Ryan Smythe. Some of the guys we were told about. For second round picks. NHL 11, Michael Ryder. I love me some Michael Ryder. Out of China, Henry Webb. I think we got to go for the guy out of China. Just off of that alone. The right wing, Henry Webb, out of China. Who else do we have here with high league interest? Shane Tuzolino, Magnus Vikingstad, Clinton Wrights, or Stanislav Ovechkin. Get in there! Oh, that's right. I always forget to check goalies. I always do. A lot of goalies projected in the second round. Pierre Vermette, Pekka Vannanen, Russ Gove, Pascal St. Pierre, Marian Mironenko. Well, based off of league interest, which is normally a decent indicator of how good someone is. I mean, this dude's at least 6'2", Pascal St. Pierre. Honestly, I'm all right with taking a goalie here. I mean, unless there's somebody better a little bit later on. Ooh, Rene Savrat, 6'6". That guy's a monster. That guy is a monster. Magnus Halvardson, projected to be undrafted. Honestly, give me Rene Severette. It's a mountain of a man. Grice, Blake Como involved in a trade. No trade offers for us this time. And then we got the one goalie that we wanted. Jorg Benda. Second to third round, high interest out of Germany. Hey, there is a real dude. Tim Traber. Mitch Topping. Tyler Wotherspoon. Okay, there are some real people left. Did I get a Dayton Milwaukee jersey yet? Given I'm not a Milwaukee Bucks fan. No, I did not. Duncan Simons is still there. It did say Tanner Muth was someone to keep an eye on, but I mean, dude, it's Duncan Simons. We got to go for him. He was a top 10 pick in his draft year. Now's the time. I don't think we're going to get any more trade offers. We didn't have a 4th round pick. Justin Falk for Kim Janssen. Man, the whole one phone thing is very difficult to deal with. Guy Giroux. I'm going to go for him right now without even looking at anybody else because our scout said look out for that guy. I'm going to trust him and see if the scouts are worth trusting right now. Why not? Zach Mitchell. He was a pretty high draft pick for Minnesota. Ooh, Barclay Goodrow. Xavier Wallet. Tiny Sullivan. Let's be honest, it's got to be Barclay Goodrow. Yeah. Yoel Armia is there too. Maybe we can get him in the next round, but we got to go for Barclay Goodrow. I mean, I am a jersey collector, but just because Damian Lillard went to a new team doesn't mean I'm going to hop at the chance to get a Damian Lillard jersey. Dylan DeMello. He'll be our final pick. We'll see if I kind of screwed him over a little bit. In terms of contracts, free agency will be after this. And we're going to have a lot of money to play with. So hopefully there's some good people out there. But we'll see what we're dealing with here. We will see. We will see. All right. So goalie-wise, Dubnyk's contract is up. He was the better goalie last year. He does want a bit of a pay raise. We got Giroux and then Severette, who we drafted this year, listed as a B- potential. So he's not bad. His overall's low, though. We could sign Simone Giroux to make sure he doesn't frickin' disappear on us. Because you are allowed to sign more than 6 goalies. Honestly, I'm all right with paying Devin Dubnyk what he wants. I'm all right with signing Simone Giroux. Defensively, Lottie Schmid. Probably going to let go of Schmid. I like Schmid a lot, but we're probably going to let go of Laddie. We're definitely going to let go of Rob Scuderi. Chorney. Wow, Taylor Chorney and Alex Plant actually got significantly better. Even though they didn't have the best potentials in the world. We got to keep John Scott. I mean, it's John Scott. So we'll hold on to him. We're going to want to sign Ryan Murray after drafting him last year. Simons, I'm not worried about. Brodeur is a B-. We drafted Corrado last year. Let's go ahead and sign him. And then we don't need to worry about DeMello. On the wing, for the moment, we're going to let go of Belak and Larocque. I'm sure they'll be available to bring back if we need to. Guy Giroux was a C, so our scouts are wrong. Webb was a B-. It's not that bad. Ice Caps, the legend John Scott. All right. Ooh, Taylor Hall. RFA for the first time. 89 overall, though. Justin DiBenedetto. We can drop you. Not too worried about you. Goodrow, not looking that good. We will sign Lowry to his ELC. Palat and Deneau really not looking too good. And then it's center. We got Brule. We got Eberle. We got Cogliano that we all got to qualify. We'll sign Michael Scarbosa. JG Pajot as well. Oh, yeah, Lowry was young when that player picture was taken. Got Vinny Trocheck. Rock Regimbald. We'll sign him up, too. All right, let's see where that kind of puts us. Hopefully we don't... Oh, my God, Sidney Crosby might be a free agent. So Dubnik's back. Giroux, apparently I have a full roster. Scott signs Scarbosa, Pajot, Murray, Lowry, Regimbald. Trocheck says I have a full roster, and so does Frankie Corrado. I don't believe I'm allowed to trade right now. I am not. How the hell do I have a full roster? Again, you are allowed to have more than 6 goalies at the time. We'll just see what happens with Giroux. If he walks out, so be it. I want to try to trade Pekka Rinne. Honestly, it's probably because of the RFAs. If we were to lose, like, Corrado, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think we'll lose them, but there is a chance. And we got the RFAs. All right, I think we're done in that regard. Let's look ahead. Let's look ahead. Will Sidney Crosby be a free agent? Can we bring Sidney Crosby to Edmonton? Connor McDavid's not in the game, so. And my rep immediately drops again. It can't decide where it wants to be. Grade 1 staff, build your reputation, earn task points in a month. GM tasks. Nothing I can do about games and wins. Win a game by 5 goals. I mean, the ones that require me to play a decent amount. I mean, some of them don't have to be done. Make a 2 for 2. Complete 1 trade via the trade block. How have I not done that yet, though? Let's say I go for somebody else. Trade to get 2 first-round picks. Do you know how freaking difficult that is? Trade to get 4 first-round picks. This game's out of its goddamn mind. This game's out of its mind. Before we can even look at the free agent lists, it's very obvious we have to move on from some people. Top of the list is going to be Pekka Rinne. I want to see if I can send him back to Nashville. Shout out to Jay-Z for the follow, by the way. Shout out to The Rock. All right. Let's see. I mean, do they need him? Not necessarily. But I mean, Roman Yossi's there, but the problem is I really don't need anyone taking up a roster spot. So, man, give me a second. I'm technically getting fleeced here. Give me a second. They don't want a goalie. Will anybody fleece me? Second and a third for Pekka Rinne. Islanders. Give me a second and a third for Pekka Rinne. Somebody's got to want a goalie, right? New York? I mean, Rangers are probably the worst team I could have asked. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. Philly. Nope. This could be bad. This could be... Okay, hold on. Phoenix. Well, no, I can't take on a freaking contract. Pittsburgh. This is going very poorly. This is going very, very poorly. San Jose. There we go. Second and a third. Pekka Rinne out to the Sharks. Thank God. Defensively, holy hell, the value of dude McNeil skyrocketed. He's an 80. Frickin' Reed McNeil. And Brandon Gormley. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We definitely have way too many defensemen on the roster. Dylan DeMello has no value whatsoever. That's a core to build around, or it's a core to trade for people who are actually good. I need to get rid of some people here, though. At least those who are under contract. All right, if we keep John Scott, Sammy Vatanen still has a chance to get better. He's not amazing, though. David Rundblad. Same thing. Braden McNabb. Yeah, McNabb's 22 and only a 68. He's only going to get slightly better defensively. Braden McNabb's got to go. That's the first name to say he's out of here. Jonas Brodin. Not bad because he's younger. Dalton Prout. Dalton Prout's not going to be that bad either. Theo. Okay, Theo's at an 81. He's not going to get much better, but he is a very good physical defenseman. Then there's Dougie. Nathan Beaulieu. Still an A- in defensive potential, which is awesome. Braden McNabb at least has to go. On the wing. Man, Brooks Masek. Machek? Might be Machek. Let it be Brooks Masek. That's what I prefer. How good was Guy Giroux? Sniper who has bad offensive potential but good defensive potential. At least you could change player types at the time. Mark Stone is tragic. So bad. Oh, they made him so bad. Landeskog. Landeskog's not going to be too good either, man. Cassian's looking half decent. There are certain guys who I don't necessarily want to get rid of. I'm willing to get rid of Lyndon Vey over like Stone because I want Stone to develop, and Lyndon Vey was an okay player but not amazing. Rayala can definitely go. Cornet, whatever it may be, can also go. I forgot I traded for Matt Molson. If I look at the values of the dudes I've put into this trade, I mean, I'm looking at like a second, third round pick. Nothing too crazy. Trade block info. That doesn't really help either. Tampa. Would you like to give me a second and a third for these guys? No, you would not. Toronto. I'll offer you the same deal. They say no. Vancouver says no. Washington also says no. We'll find somebody who wants to take this deal. This might hurt my reputation from getting declined so much, but at the same time, I only have one phone right now. So, and right now this is not going too well. Calgary. All right. We let Calgary fleece us, free up some roster spots. Because Sidney Crosby is a free agent. And you know it has to be us going after Crosby. Oh, he's an RFA, though. Oh, my God. Still, it's Sidney Crosby. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's Sidney Crosby. Even if he's an RFA, what's the most I can offer him? It's Sidney frickin' Crosby. What's a max contract in 2013? I probably don't have to go that high. But, man, 4 first-rounders for Sidney Crosby, I'm willing to go for it. Okay, there's no way we're going to have to offer $11 million. But 9? 10 million? Honestly, I'm thinking 10. I can't imagine Pittsburgh matches it. 10 million, 8 years, Sidney Crosby, 4 first-round picks. I'm willing to do it because I don't even think they'd accept the trade for 4 firsts, if I'm being honest. I'm going to offer that deal for Crosby. It's Sidney Crosby, man. Let's live a little. Obviously, Taylor Hall is ours. And then you get into the other options. That'd be a bit more expensive. Tim Erickson, though. Tim Erickson would be decent. What's the compensation? Anything under 1.175. Duly noted. Anything under 1.175. Let's see if we can steal away Tim Erickson. See if we can steal away Nick Spaulding. Also, look at how quickly you can scroll through things. Isn't it nice? And Christopher Berglund, if we're looking at UFAs, top center Travis Zajac, 28 years old. Zajac wouldn't be that bad. He's not that expensive either. In terms of potential, like Angelo Esposito, but there's nobody too crazy out there. I guess I'm stuck in my eye. This sucks. I hate it. Left wings, Brendan Morrow. Never sign him to one of my teams. In terms of potential, Philip Krog. Philip Krog's not bad. He's just a dude as far as I'm concerned, but he's not bad. And then right wing side, Corey Perry, Nathan Horton, Chris Neal. Damn. Poor Greg Lamoureux, 56 overall. They hated you. Anthony Peluso's not bad, though. See if we can bring in Anthony Peluso for a bit of money. Defensively, Mike Commodore. Well, at least we have one thing in common, Mike. We hate the other Mike. Let's see. For potential, Shane Rover. That's a great name for a defenseman. Manelius, Alex Basso. Marc-Andre Levesque. Charlie Dodaro. Ryan Stanton. There's some decent players there. I do want to wait until our other offers go through. Andrew Raycroft. I do want to wait until our other offers go through before we offer anybody else a deal. So let's see what happens. Nick Spaulding, we'll see what happens. Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby to Edmonton. It'll change our team. The Nick Spaulding deal was matched by Nashville. Erickson, we don't know yet, but Anthony Peluso was signed. Sid's making us wait. Now we got to see if the Penguins match it. Otherwise, we at least help Sid get paid. Are we going to land Sidney Crosby? Are we going to land Sidney Crosby? Calgary keeps Tim Erickson. No surprise. Come on. Oh my God. They're making us wait. They're dragging this out. We paid him $2 million more a season. And the Penguins still matched. Maybe I should have just gone max offer to play it safe. Sidney Crosby remains a Pittsburgh Penguin.